Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Have you ever been at the store and thought, what if this was the very last time I could come to the store? What if it really was one of those apocalyptic, cataclysmic events and you could never go to the store again? Do you have the things that you need? Because it doesn't have to be a worldwide catastrophe. You could hurt yourself, someone in your family could be sick, you could lose your job, and you don't have the money or the physical capability or the time to go to the store. So you want to make sure that you are preparing not just for an apocalyptic world event, but you have the things that you need if you couldn't go to the store for a week or a month, let alone ever again. Make sure the only things you have aren't a few containers of dried beans and rice, one roll of toilet paper, and some matches. I certainly hope you're preparing better than that. Some of the items that I would never want to go without, and I make sure I have plenty of, are food, water, first aid, and sanitation supplies. Make sure you're properly gathering these items so that you won't ever need to go without. Focus your prepping on food. You want to have plenty of food that you could just open and eat that doesn't require any cooking. Things like granola bars, crackers, peanut butter, trail mixes, jerky, simple foods that are just designed to tear open and eat that don't require any preparation, so that no matter what, if some sudden catastrophe comes upon you, you can open some of those foods. Make sure you also include some of those foods in your bug out bag. Have at least a 3-day supply. Stock up on simple to prepare foods, cans of chili, ravioli, soups, beef stews that you can open and eat, heat it up, but if you couldn't heat it up, you could still eat it. There are many types of meals that come in pouches and dishes that you can heat up in the microwave in 60 seconds. But if you couldn't heat them up, you could still eat all of those foods because they're fully cooked. Include with those foods things like boxes of macaroni and cheese, suddenly salad, instant mashed potatoes, Knorr rice and pasta sides, foods that require a little bit of cooking that you would be able to do. Those foods also have a lot of possibilities on how you could combine several of them together to make interesting meals. Then you want to make sure that you have plenty of the longest lasting foods, the rice, beans, pasta, oatmeal, grains, dried foods that if stored in an airtight container in a cool, dark, dry place can last for decades. How are you going to prepare those foods? You need to have some type of a camp stove with the fuel, whether it's propane, butane, even cans of sterno. Have lighters and matches. Think about your barbecue. Make sure you have extra charcoal and propane if you need to. Do you plan to can, pickle, or preserve some extra food? Have the salt, vinegar, jars, lids, and any of the ingredients that you would need to can and preserve your foods. If you didn't have a way to wash your dishes, have a supply of paper plates, paper bowls, plastic utensils, Ziploc bags, foil, and plenty of can openers. Never let your trash get out of control. Have a nice supply of trash bags. Have them in all different sizes. What are the cleaners you use on a regular basis? Dish soap, multi-purpose cleaner. Think about natural soaps like Castile, vinegar, baking soda. You'll want to have some bleach on hand and laundry detergent. What about medical supplies? Make a list of the things that you use most often. Do you take prescription medications? Think about the over-the-counter medicines you'd want. Pain medications, fever reducers, cough medicines, indigestion, diarrhea, muscle rubs, cortisone creams, allergy medications, alcohol, peroxide, all of the different kinds of medicines. Don't wait until you need some of those items to go to the store, because during the last few years, many of those types of items have been unavailable. Next, think about your toiletries, your hygiene items, soap, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, razors, feminine hygiene products, and baby wipes. If it's summertime, have a supply of sunscreen, bug repellent, insecticides. Citronella candles work great. Maybe you'll want some ant traps like the Taro ant baits, mouse traps, roach traps, What are the critters that you battle in your area, and those are the supplies that you want to have on hand so that you can win that war. If the power goes out, you're going to need some emergency lights, everything from flashlights, lanterns, candles. The batteries you need, matches if you need them. Look for things like glow sticks, LEDs, rechargeables. There's all different types of products. You'll want to include an emergency radio so that you can have access to information so you know what's going on around you. And if you live in an area that has extremely cold winters, you'll want to figure out some way to have emergency heat. If you have a fireplace, load up on firewood. You can also look at the Mr. Buddy heaters. They run on propane and work very well in an emergency situation. Think about the items that you use every day, including items for your pets, and if you have small children, you'll want to have the supplies for them as well. Leave it in the comments below. Are there any other items that we would want to make sure we had before it was the last trip to the store? I hope you'll like my video, share my video, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.